I have some arrays to do. Let's see if the car is any quieter. I tried to fix it today. Ah, much better. It sounds normal again.
Hey Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey, I called your house number. I don't know if you're not home, maybe.
No, I'm not home. I'm going to the apple cider mill to buy some donuts.
You buying some donuts? I have to fill my time and do things, I guess.
Yeah, live music is cool. I really enjoy it, although it's been a while since I've heard much of it.
Yeah, and the punk bands, like the ones on Friday, are very pop punk, like Balance and Composure, Transit, some popular bands that have occurred in the past 10 years. They sound like them.
Well, all right.
Man, I'll talk to you. I'm going to go because I'm getting towards my house.
Well, all right.
Yeah, all right. Hopefully everything's going well and you're doing well.
Yeah, it's copacetic.
Yeah, good. All right. Well, take it easy, Jordan. I'll talk to you. All
right. See you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Almost at the apple cider mill. I'm gonna get there in more time this time. We got 15 minutes to spare as opposed to 3, so that's a little better. Probably cut out the majority of that. That was a phone call that came in, so that's why nothing was recorded. Well, it was recorded. I'm just gonna cut it out because it's personal to me and personal to him. Here's the apple cider mill, which is not Persittan. This is public. I just got the cider. It is cold and it is windy. It's been windy for the last 3 or 4 days straight. Okay, now we're gonna go to the Home Depot and we're gonna get the manger scene, and I'm gonna get 1 string of Christmas lights. Those were the 2 main objectives of this outing, to get the apple cider, the apples, the donuts, and the manger scene. Since, of course, it's in the area, we might go to the OKWill, and then maybe I'll pick up some food on the way home, depending on how much money we spend at the OKWill. The top is closed today. I do not want all this wind coming in with these temperatures. This is the first time I'm using the microphones while recording in the car. Hopefully the audio is better than usual. I've had a lot of people complain that the audio while recording in the car is no good. But this should solve that problem, I hope. If this doesn't solve that problem, then I can't fix that problem. There was another objective of this outing, and this is why I went to this store. The Home Depot is a little bit further than the other one. I went to this one in particular because I want to assess the amount of lighting that's left in terms of incandescent and HID. At the more local store, the HID section seems to have diminished a little bit. There's no longer 70 watts high pressure sodium. There's only, I think there was 50, which is kind of an unusual one. There was 50, 100, and 150, with no 70. And there was no mercury vapor anymore. Whereas there used to be, a few weeks or months ago, there was plenty of mercury vapor in different wattages. So I don't know what happened to the mercury vapor. I guess it got canceled out. But I'm very curious to see if that is a statewide situation or if that's per store. I know the stock varies per store throughout the country, but I would be surprised if it varies that much in the local area. I think the exhaust is fixed 100%. I don't hear any weird noises. In fact, it actually sounds a little bit different than it used to normally, but I think that's just because it was partially loose before, and it was probably like that for some time. But that's fine. I'm content with the way it is now. It's quiet enough to be more into the normal range. It's not 100%. It's still a little bit different than it usually is, but it's much better. I can live with it like this. There's definitely still a touch of a sound that was not normal, but it really might just be the fact that it was partially broken for some time. Or maybe there's a seal missing. I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't care. As long as it still passes the emissions tests, this is a reasonable enough noise level. I can live with it this way. And I don't think it's obnoxious, and it's not disruptive to people sleeping. It was so loud before, it was ridiculous. Looks like that half of the circle is getting canceled out. I hope that this audio is good, because now if I show Christmas lights in the public, we can go around and I can provide commentary on the Christmas lights, and it'll actually be audible, as opposed to having to go back and play the video on the computer and then narrate over it, which is not a very fun and enjoyable task. And sometimes that works out, like I'm going to do that for the lights video I tape at the Home Depot, but I don't like to do that regularly. I did bring the camera's tripod, so maybe if there's an area, if there's a parking lot that doesn't have a lot of activity, I'll stop and make a quick video of the sound of the exhaust now, so that we have a before and after comparison for the repair. The stupid sun would go down already, maybe we could take some pictures of some street lights too. There's still something vibrating, but it sounds different than it used to. I don't know if that's something metallic underneath or if it's the fender. That's it right there, that sound. That's annoying to me, but at least that's not annoying to the people around me, so it's a little better. That was successful. We did get one string of the lights. I got the nativity, and I did get some pictures of the lights display. The lights, not the lights display, the light bulb stock. The light bulb stock was different than the store closer to me. There was still 70 watts high pressure sodium. There was about the same amount of incandescence, and there were less CFLs. Alright, I guess we'll go to the OKWill next. I have about $55 left, so depending on what we get at the OKWill, maybe we'll stop and get some food. The sun is just about to set. See if I can get a picture of the sunset. No clouds, so it don't look like much, but there it is. Kind of a nice view from up here. I always like to put the back of the car up against the rail when I have something in it. Great plan until I need to get something in the car, and I can't. I don't know if there's poison ivy here. I don't want to chance it. That's the sound. I only spent, I think $16 at the OKWill. So we'll go to the Chinese restaurant. I just called the Chinese restaurant now. This is the grocery store that has the two Dayton industrial ceiling fans in the lobby area. For some reason I thought they were 36-inch models, but they don't look like 36-inch now, and I'm looking at them a little bit closer from the lot here. Someday we'll go buy groceries here and take a picture of those. They're not on anymore. I don't know if they locked up or what. The store's not that old, but sometimes those things lock up in just a couple of years. Come on, people, pay attention. This is the right lane. You gotta turn right. You gotta go when it turned green. I tried to avoid doing errands during the daytime when there's a lot of potentially dumb people on the road, but I have to go out earlier to get the apple cider because the place shut at 5:30. That person's not paying attention at all. That's terrible. Here's a couple sodium lights left. This lot was all sodium as of just a couple of years ago. Very disappointing. I don't know why they left the lights in the back here all sodium, but I'll take it. So I always come in through the back here just to see the sodium street lights. For whatever it's worth, these stupid DEO ones that took their place have reasonable illumination, and the glare actually isn't too bad. These are definitely some of the better ones I have seen. And none of them are broken yet. Oh, no, I take that back. One of them... are there two on that post? I don't know. Maybe one of them is broken, but it's not too bad. Jeez, there's a lot of people here today. I would prefer not to go out to the store for a couple hours still. And this is why, because there's just so many people everywhere. It's too much. got the Chinese food. It only costs $20. I eat it for 2 meals, so it's not too bad. It's more expensive than eating at home, or cooking at home rather. We're still eating at home, but you know, once or twice a month is tolerable. Now the apple cider mill, on the other hand, that's expensive, but that is only in operation for a couple months. It's open from now until Christmas Eve, so kind of make the exception with that one and spend a little more money there than usual. I gotta put on heat. It's freezing here. It's 51, and with the wind, it feels cold. Looks like everybody was paying attention. That's how it should be.